made over 6 figures in profit, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
What's been your biggest months in terms of, TikTok Shop affiliate?
I just hit like an 8K month just doing that, but then my live got banned.
So what would you say your experience was like inside of 7FA?
Meeting the people that were in there, it's like way better than the money.
What would you leave the viewers with, man?
You just have to
Welcome back to the 7-Figure Affiliate Podcast. I'm so excited today. We got White Boy of the Year, Brady
Yes, sir.
Jenkins. What's up, my man?
How are you?
Doing good, brother.
Nice to be
Happy
here.
to have you on, brother. If you want to go ahead and quickly introduce yourself and tell the viewers a little bit about what you do, my man.
Yeah, so my name is Brady Jenkins. Right now I do part-time, I guess, TikTok Shop affiliate. I still have like a job, and I also do like t-shirts, but mainly focusing just solely on TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok affiliate.
You've been doing TikTok Shop affiliate for a while now, right? Since 2024?
Yeah, November 2024 is when I started.
And like right now, you're also building a brand on the side, which is really cool. You're kind of on the TikTok Shop seller side, man. Yeah, so I kind of want to get into like, how did you even get into this world, bro? And yeah, like, have you always kind of been in that entrepreneurial grind, or was this just something that you stumbled upon?
So yeah, I've always been kind of like, I would say, on the internet. I used to like live stream. I would stream to like 200-300 people at a time, like just sitting playing 2K.
Yeah, I did hear about that from the guys, man. You got to get into that, bro.
Yeah.
Because this guy was actually like I would say, like pretty well-known streamer, man.
Yeah.
And so like, I know you were streaming for a bit, and then like some famous streamer, I guess, like popped into your stream and gave you a shout out live or something, right?
Yeah, he gave me, so basically it's called like a raid. So basically all those person's viewers will go to your live.
Yeah.
And it's like those spam like, oh, raid by this person.
That's
So
crazy.
it was like they were all just spamming it. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was about to get off live. I think it was like 12 o'clock. I was like, bro, I'm so tired. I was like for like 4 hours already. I was like, bro, I'm so tired, bro, but I just want to play a few more.
Yeah.
And so at like 2 o'clock, like I got raided. And I was like, what the heck? So he's a New Zealand person. So he's all the way in New Zealand.
He's a streamer from New Zealand.
Yeah. So it was like right at 2 a.m. I woke my parents up because I was so loud. I was like, what the heck? Like, this is so, because he was like a big guy in the community. I was like, no way, this is real.
Yeah.
And so my mom came in like, Brady, you got to be quiet. You're waking up. Like, what's
That's what they were telling me. It was like, dude, they were saying like if there were clippers back then, that would have been like a viral clip.
It would have went viral.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, then it was just, after that, just kept on like growing.
Yeah.
But when he rated me, I only had like 5 or 7 viewers.
That's insane. So I'm curious because I don't really know like how that works. How did he actually find your stream?
So in all reality, I have no clue. So what he would do is he would raid people after his streams. So he was already a big guy. So he's like, oh, might as well help somebody, which obviously that's a, best thing.
Really
and
cool.
so he helps like a lot of people just rating them. And then I just happened to be that person. I was like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, you started streaming pretty much the whole content world. And then like what really brought you into TikTok Shop, man?
Yeah, so, and then after streaming, I got into clipping, like, for the streamers and, like, other people and stuff like that. And then I saw streamers getting clipped, and then I saw it with TikTok Shop products. And I was like, bro, this is, like, a whole different wave. Like, this is a whole different way to make money, not only with the qualified views, but then you're also getting it with, like, the commission. So I was like, okay, this is crazy. So I started to do a few clips of those. I was like, they weren't ripping. And then I think that was, like, September 2024, and I was like, all right, I give up. Like, I didn't want to do it. And then I jumped back on lives because I saw, okay, there's people putting a picture on like a live screen. And I was like, bro, it's like a cheat code. And so I got like 3 accounts banned doing that. But then during that time, it was like the craziest time on TikTok.
It felt probably like a money glitch, right?
Yeah, literally.
That's what me and Hunter were talking about the last interview. Like it was like the Wild West. There were no rules back in the day. And so yeah, people would just throw up an Amazon listing or just a photo. They didn't even have the product in hand, but it was a money glitch. Yeah, man. So Brady's actually in my program 7FA. But if you want to talk a little bit about like what's been your biggest months in terms of TikTok Shop affiliate. And yeah, I guess we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when I first started, like my first ever month, November, well, I guess September I really started, but I didn't really, wasn't consistent. But November, I think it was like 8K. So I was selling like t-shirts on a live. It was like Thanksgiving t-shirts.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a Thanksgiving
Holiday
t-shirt.
themed.
Yeah. And then I was just sitting on there, and I just hit like an 8K month just doing that, but then my live got banned. So I had this one account, it's called a Q4 deal.
Okay.
So it was like perfect Q4, like end of the year.
Yeah.
So then that one I got banned in November. And then I had to buy a new account, but I already had my main page. So it was like the Brady 2X page. So I was like, might as well just try it on here, see what happens. Cause I didn't want to like mix it. Cause I was already doing content on that page, like basketball. And then, so I just started mixing it, and I was like, okay, like might as well try lives. And then in December, I went live with these headphones, me and my brother. So it was like those translating headphones. And then that was like our biggest month ever.
That's insane. So when you were going live at the time, was it just you like saying, hey guys, go buy them right now? Or were you like talking about the features, like wearing them? And
yeah, so it'd be like, oh, these headphones translate 148 different languages. They just pop right into your ear. They're Bluetooth. You can listen to music, all that different stuff. And then we would have a picture, and the headphones were like $9.99.
Yeah, they were so cheap.
And it was like, you'd get like $2 a sale. And I was like, bro, like this is cracked out. Like me and my brother would sit there for literally 2-3 hours like a day. It was nothing because I used to, or I live streamed this or last year. So I was like, okay, I was sitting on live stream for like 6 or 8 hours. I was like, okay, like imagine I was sitting on there for like 6 or 8 hours when I was doing that.
So why didn't you?
Probably just
You just felt like, okay, this is enough.
Yeah, literally. I
Gotcha.
probably was like, oh dang, like I just made this money. But I think it was a lot of the time too because I was super tired because I was working 2 jobs. So I was working a server job and I was working in the morning. So I'd get up at like 4 a.m. Wouldn't get home till like super late.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
Gotcha, man. So obviously you've crushed it with video content. I mean, if you guys, just to give the viewers some context, Brady does a lot of skits with his family, his mom's incorporated. He does a lot of talking head as well. And obviously you've killed it with live streams as well, man. So like, so what do you feel like are the main differences from a talented live stream creator and a talented video creator? And like, what do you actually prefer? What do you recommend to most people?
Yeah, so in my preference, I think I've become a more of like a video person. I used to live stream and I would sit on there for like 6 or 8 hours, but then I would go to sleep. I literally dream about myself streaming the product.
Dude,
like it was so
that's
bad.
so crazy you mentioned that because when I used to go live, I would have dreams of me like repeating the sale.
It's horrible.
Insane.
And my parents, like, because I talk in my sleep. So like my parents told me one time like I was selling like a product in my dream.
You're just like, it's on double
because we were on
discount.
vacation. I was like, bro, this is so bad. I was like, dude, that's how I have to do something else, bro.
Yeah.
But it was good money. But then in a sense, I was like, okay, like there's got to be an easier way. So I'm not like literally killing myself over this. Bro. I was like, it's like a mental thing. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, like for me, what it feels like is I knew I never wanted a traditional job. So like I worked at a smoothie place when I was like 16 or 17. That was ass. It was like 6 hours probably, and it was like literally just the worst feeling in the world. And so when I got into TikTok shop, I've always done video content, but then I tried live streaming. And I was like, bro, this feels like a regular job. Like I literally started this so I don't have to do that. And this feels like a regular job. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. And I just stuck with video content. You know, nothing against it, but the reason why I prefer video content, and I'm sure a lot of people do, is dude, once you post them, it can make you money for the rest of time.
Yep.
Like you can have a video making you money literally a year later. Yep. But with a live, it's active income.
The videos are definitely, that's something that is just like somebody had mentioned. It's like literally real estate on TikTok. Like
digital
it's the
real
craziest
estate.
thing. Yeah. Like that's what it is because it can constantly just make you money if the product is good.
So I feel like, dude, what I love about TikTok shop and from doing these podcasts is all the different walks of life that people come into this with.
Yeah.
Like you have moms, you have nurses, you have warehouse workers, blue collar guys, and then you have like athletes, like again, you know, white boys with swag. So like talk a little bit about that, bro. I know you've been an athlete. Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Yeah, so I played basketball. I went viral a few times just from like some clips I crossed people at my school.
They literally posted him on what page was that?
House of Highlights. Like literally yesterday.
They posted him on House of Highlights yesterday on like a decade-old clip. It was so funny.
It was so crazy. But then in high school, I was like 4'11", so I was like super short until like senior year.
Yeah, I watched the video. He said he was like, 14? Yes. I was like, bro, I thought you were 9 in that. I'll throw the clip in right here for context, but it was so funny, dude. So,
yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah.
I love
So you
basketball.
played JV or varsity?
Yeah, I played JV. I didn't make the varsity team. So my senior year, I didn't make the varsity team, and I was like the only person who didn't make it, but there was like a feud going on with like the coach or whatever. Yeah, I was like the only person who didn't make it, so I was like, all right, like I'll just venture into something else. My senior year is when I started like getting into the content and stuff, like just learning, posting, being consistent with basketball clips. Like every clip would get like 400,000 or 500,000 views, and it would just be me playing basketball. I'm like, bro, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And so like I would go live. It was crazy too because I would funnel it into a live and I would be rizzing up girls, right? Or I don't think it was rizzing, it would like picking up girls. So like I would invite on TikTok. So like I would literally invite random people. Girls would join. I would try to spit game.
Oh my god.
And so there'd be like 200 or 300 people just sitting in there, bro. Just like watch. It was so turn.
Yeah, you've lived like 7 different past lives. That's hilarious,
It's
man. So if you're comfortable sharing, like I think in 2025 you made over 6 figures in profit, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like obviously someone that's so young like you're 21. Yeah. Like what do you do with that amount of money? Like most people can't say they make 6 figures in profit at 21. Like, yeah, well, what are some of the things you like to splurge out on?
So I like to. My dad's very smart in a lot of that stuff, so I like to listen to him. I have like high yields. I put myself in like a high yields, like a lot of like want to get into crypto, but a lot of it I don't really spend a lot of money. I like to save money in a sense. So I have a Kia right now. And I used to drive like a Mustang, and then that would eat my gas. So like right now I'm like saving a ton of money. I only fill up like 1 time a week. So I'm really just in the phase, like right now it's on shop. I'm like not really making anything. So in a sense, I'm still level headed. I don't really, I used to get high on the highs and then low on the lows. I would used to be like, oh my God, like this is crazy. But like now I'm like trying to understand it, just be like still complacent in the time that I'm in, but still working super hard, you know?
Absolutely. I feel like it's very important to have an emotional baseline.
Yeah.
So we talked about this in the podcast with Hunter, but it's like when you are experiencing the highest of highs, you can't let that affect you and be like, oh, I can let my foot off the gas. I can go vacation. I can go buy this Louis bag. Like, fuck no, bro.
Yeah.
At least that's not the way I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to keep your foot on the gas and fucking keep posting. And then guess what? When you're experiencing those lows where you're questioning like, dude, is this even worth it? Same exact work ethic. You got to keep pushing through, man, because
it's like if you could do it once, you could do it again. Why can't you?
Exactly, dude.
If you started at zero. Because a lot of people don't make the money, will be like, okay, I'm good. I can take, some time off. But in a sense, I look at it because I don't even see my money. So in a sense, I'm like, I got $0.
Yeah.
Like I'm,
Exactly.
So that's always how I try to like live.
Yeah. And I think also like at my age, not to say like, oh, I'm so old, I'm 24, but dude, I've seen like the different phases of social media. Yeah. And I know when there are gold mine opportunities. So like NFTs, that was a gold mine opportunity if you got in at the right time. Snapchat Spotlight. I have friends who became millionaires because of that. And TikTok Shop, it's the new gold mine right now. So it's like, this won't be around forever. It's like, why the fuck would you not take action, you know?
And the thing is too, like, it's only going to keep growing too, because right now, obviously the US bought it. And so there's going to start being like TikTok warehouses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's going to keep on going. Yeah. It's going to outdo Amazon for sure.
100%. Yeah. People think that me and Brady are insane when we say that.
Just 2028.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I had like a conversation with like this Amazon guy, this e-com side hustle. A lot of people probably know him, but he was basically saying like, nah, like TikTok Shop will never be as big as Amazon. I put money on it, dude. In 10 years time, TikTok Shop will be bigger.
Oh, I think sooner, because obviously they're changing it too, like 3-day shipping. Bro, that's going to make people want to buy more.
100%.
Because the only thing that I think that was stopping people was just like that shipping. It was like, oh, you're still paying for shipping, but then it takes like 3 weeks to get to
from
your
China.
Door. I'm like, bro, like, obviously I didn't buy stuff from TikTok because I would go to Amazon and buy it.
Exactly.
But now if you're getting stuff in 3 days and TikTok Prime comes out, sure.
Or even faster. Exactly, dude. TikTok Prime, dude. They don't even know about that. They don't even know about that. We can't even say that's blacklisted info. But no, seriously, what people also don't realize about the potential of TikTok, and this is what I want to lead into, is, dude, the social commerce aspect. With Amazon, you obviously know it's like, okay, people are searching. They're already ready to buy, right? But with TikTok, it's like, it's video content. There's 2 billion users on TikTok. So it's like they're being recommended these products that maybe they didn't even think about buying in the first place. Yeah. With Amazon, though, it's like they have the intent. So it's never going to be as big, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then also the live aspect of it, dude. That's going to be a beast in and of itself, because China, dude, they're doing billion-dollar days with their live stream. Yeah. So as soon as the US catches up, it's wraps.
It's over. Yeah, and that Gary V, I like to listen to him a lot. He said it like in 2024, I don't know, maybe 2025. I think he was starting to say it last year. Like, oh, if you don't start getting into TikTok lives, like, you're going to be missing out. And that dude's been right every single time.
Every single time without fail. Yeah. He's
on social media, has been right every single time.
Literally.
Like, it's crazy. It even has like cards of little like figurines that are like selling. I'm like, bro, like this dude's insane.
Yeah. No, he's like definitely Mystic Mac, bro. Like Gary V, he's like, not to get too deep into it, but he's like the pinnacle of who I want to be. Like him, Hormozy, those people. 100%. And I think he's one of the best marketers of our generation. And if he's saying that TikTok Shop is going to be the next big thing, I mean, you got to listen. Yeah. You'd be a little bit stupid not to listen.
100%.
You know?
And then I heard something, I heard you guys talking about it, like TikTok is bigger than eBay now.
Yeah.
So that's where my dad started, was eBay. Yeah. My dad killed it on eBay, like when he was like my age, basically.
A lot of people killed it on eBay, dude. Yeah. The fact that TikTok's there in 3 years. Yeah. Like, just give it time. It's going to be the biggest thing in the world. Yeah. So yeah, I did want to talk about that, man. Obviously, we think it's going to overpower Amazon, but like, where do you see it going in the future, and how do you see yourself adapting? Because that's another thing. TikTok Shop has changed since the beginning. It used to be you could post anything, any product, make 6 figures. But now there's a lot more strategy. So how do you see it changing, and how do you see yourself adapting to the new way?
So right now I'm kind of like really like trying to adapt. I haven't had like a viral video this month. I kind of got my account, like it got confused or whatever on Black Friday, so it's been like down since then. So right now I'm really trying to figure out like what the next steps are for me. So right now I'm just doing I'm still posting consistently, but doing a lot more like research and really trying to just dive into really where do I want to go next. Yeah. Because obviously I know I can make a good amount of money in a little amount of time. So, but I want to make more. So then I want to do, because I know I haven't done a lot of research. I went to college for a month and I dropped out.
Really? I didn't know that.
So I was like, I don't want to do college, because I kept doing the same class. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do math, history. This is bull crap. I don't want to do that. So I didn't even tell my parents like I left.
Really?
So like I was like online school, but my dad was like making sure like, hey, are you doing college? I was like, yeah, I'm doing my work. You know?
Oh my God.
But like
but now they know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now he's gonna find out.
That's why I was like, well, he's about to find out.
I know. So yeah, like it's basically just the research for me. I like when I dropped out, I just basically stopped learning. So like really I would just apply what I already knew, or like just gain knowledge from like wisdom and from you and like the Discord and the mentorship and stuff. So that was good. I feel like I did good during that time, but then obviously it changes. So now I got to adapt to the new change. So I know it's changing. Like it's 100% changing, and I don't think I'm adapting as good to the change. So if I'm just being completely honest, so I have to adapt better. I have to get better at the content. Yeah, and just learn different things. I know I can go viral. I've done it. I've always been on like social media, so I don't have a worry in that. But yeah, just stay level headed.
Student to the game.
Yeah, have to be. Yeah, I have to keep learning. Like even when you're 40 years old, you got to keep learning. There's always new things. So in a sense, I stopped learning. So I want to keep on like learning, keep on getting wisdom, more knowledge, you know?
And dude, I love that you're humble enough to say that, man, because so many people think that like they got it and they don't have to keep learning. And I feel like that's definitely something as you get older, you know, you stop reading as much. You stop thinking like, oh, I need to join this course, this mentorship. Even myself, like I'm the head of like a big program, 7FA, but I don't know if you knew, but I took that call with Ethan because I was like, bro, this guy's doing, I think he did, I can't even say his numbers, but he's done over $10 million in GMV. I think he's at $12 million. And I took a call with him because I was like, this guy's killing it right now, and I want to learn from him. So I think it's so important to constantly be learning, be a student of the game, because otherwise it's like old strategies aren't going to work forever, you know? So you have to continue improvising, continue adapting. I think that's so important, bro.
Yeah, it's always been that way too with the content, just learning and adapting.
100%, man. And so what would you say your experience was like inside of 7FA? Because I don't know if like I was your first mentor or if you had been in other programs, so I'm curious.
Yeah, so I've never had a mentor. I've basically just grown a lot of this stuff or tried to figure it out from just different viral videos that I've seen. But I saw your videos and you just kind of seemed like just a real person. You weren't somebody that was just trying to sit there for a quick buck, which you could definitely tell, like when people are there for a quick buck, which obviously they can make a good video, but I feel like I kind of have the discernment to know that.
Of course.
So like when I stumbled upon you, I was like, okay, like this guy seems legit. Let me book a call. Let's see. Yeah. And then it's honestly, I think the main thing that I lacked was not being around the people. So like a lot of my friends, like in high school, like they would like all make fun, like, oh, you do TikTok boy, TikTok this. Yeah. I'm like, bro, like in a sense, like I didn't care. Like obviously I knew it was like blowing up. Like these people would want to be my friends because I had a viral clip. And then 2 weeks later, it was something else.
Yeah, you know, be clowning or something.
Exactly. So, and then when I joined yours, it's just meeting the people that were in there. Like, I mean, Hugo and Nico, and like those, like honestly, like Hugo, were like literally the same person. Yeah. Like, because I hang out with people that are literally like Hugo.
Exactly.
So in a sense, it's like being able to connect with people like that. It's like it's like way better than the money.
Dude, 100%, man. And I feel like that's literally what I made a video about last night. Like, obviously, all the knowledge is cool. Like me helping you with whatever you need, like feedback. That stuff is amazing, and it makes you a better affiliate. But bro, I cannot stress the importance of being around the right people and being in that environment, because it can be very hard and very lonely in this journey, bro. Yeah. Like you're posting content, nobody around you in your hometown is doing it. Maybe they're making fun of you. Maybe they're sending your videos to the group chat. That can be a very lonely feeling. And so just knowing that we've all gone through the same shit. Like if you go out there, we got like 7 affiliates out there, they can all attest to the fact that they've been made fun of or they've been in a group chat roasted, right? Yep. And so knowing that you're not alone going through that, it's an amazing feeling.
100%.
And then obviously it's also like the vibes are so high when we're all here, we're filming content, we're in flow state, we're cracking jokes. You already know, man. So it truly is one of the best feelings to have that aspect. You know?
Yeah, we all have like different personalities. So it's like, there's some people that have the same, but it's like, bro, everybody, like, we're literally just different personalities. Everybody clicks.
It all meshes.
Oh, dude, exactly. It's perfect. And honestly, the knowledge too from the mentorship, like even when you texted them, like it was just like a text back, like, oh, God took care of it, you know? Yeah. Like, oh, we got you here. Like, oh, we got you here. You know, winning products. Yeah. Like I think I smacked like 3 of the winning products because I think it was a Shark Hydro Duo that you guys put in there, and then you put was it the IQ rope? No.
One of the robot vacuums.
One of the robots, and I smacked with that too. Yeah. And it was like 2 of them. I was like, bro, like that's perfect. Yeah. And then I got to, you know, meet people, be with people that are having the same like mindsets, want to do stuff in the future. It's like perfect.
I appreciate that, dude, because I feel like that's definitely one thing that we really try to separate ourselves with, like actually caring. And I remember telling the story, I told it in a YouTube video. I don't know if you watched it, but I remember one time, like full transparency, Brady hit me up. He was like, dude, I feel like this just maybe it's not like as one-on-one as I thought it'd be. And immediately I put everything down. I was like, bro, I don't ever want you to feel that way. I sent him my calendar link. We booked the call for the next day, and we like got on a meeting. And it's because like obviously if you pay for a program, I want you to feel like give a fuck about you. Like I care about you. Yeah. So that's why I was like immediately, like I dropped everything. I was like, bro, let's get on one-on-one. Let's get you straight. And yeah, I just want my clients to
that was a good call too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that was a good one.
What would you leave the viewers with, man?
I would just say you just have to have belief in yourself. First, you have to then you have to not care what other people think. But I would say in order to work in TikTok shop, like since what we're talking about, in order to be, hitting there, I would just say honestly, it's just like studying. Like, yes, you can rip 1 month, but that next month, like it could go back down. So then in a sense, you got to understand what's going viral that time. Just keep on studying, keep on learning. I don't think investing into a mentor is bad. Obviously, everybody has to have like their own discernment. I could sit here and say like, oh yeah, be consistent, do this, do that, like what everybody else says, which is kind of obviously, what you need to do. But I would just say, you just have to be delusional. I think you have to be delusional in order to be in something like this, because not everybody thinks that there's this type of money out there. So you have to be delusional and think, okay, like I'm able to touch this amount of money. You know? So like I always thought like, okay, I was going to work, a regular job until I was 30, 35, probably even longer, but I always wanted to do social media, but I was just working a regular job, just being stuck. So then when I found TikTok shop, it taught me a whole different way of life.
Yeah.
So I think just knowing that you could do it, being delusional about it, and just saying, hey, I'm just going to be consistent until it hits.
Yeah.
Give it 30 days, give it 60 days, 90 days, keep on going. After that 30 days, you're going to be like, bro, why not another 30?
Exactly.
Because it's not like, oh, you're going to stop. Like, and since I've tried that, I've done that to myself. Like, oh, I'm going to go 30 days hard. And then I'll go like 32. I'll be like, oh my God, nothing still. 34.
Yeah.
35, so it's
like, well, I've already done this much. I may as well keep going.
Exactly. Can't stop. Yeah. If you don't quit, then you can't,
Yeah. If you don't quit, you don't fail.
If you don't
quit, the only way you fail
yes.
is if you quit.
Yes.
I love the way you put that, man. And I feel like something always comes up in your life, like a path is shown to you, and you have the opportunity to go on that path. It's just about like, are you going to choose that path? Are you going to take action? And I feel like if you're watching this video right now, it's for a reason. Like whether it's you're thinking about starting a TikTok shop, it's like, obviously, I think you should. Or maybe if you're thinking about giving up and this gave you motivation, you should keep going. Like, I think everything is shown to you at the right time. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
Even terrible shit, even great things, everything that happens to you is there for a reason. God puts it in your life for a reason. It's there to teach you something. It's there to reward you. It's there to humble you, whatever it is. I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm big on the faith part. So
absolutely, man. If you want to talk a little bit about that, I know we have like a few minutes, and I know that's super important.
Yeah. So I go to church every Sunday. There's obviously some things I would say that, I need to put down. I'm not the best person. But I would say just having God in your life is something that's definitely important, because there's definitely a higher power. So you want to trust in something. Not all this is just going to be here for nothing. And just knowing your purpose. Like, not everybody figures out their purpose in life, but you're not going to find your purpose going out, drinking, smoking, doing all that different stuff. You're going to find it just in the presence and with God, honestly. Yeah. That's probably the only way you're going to find it. Because everybody can find their purpose, but if you're not knowing God, then that's not why, you're not doing what God told you to do.
I love that so much, man. And I think God is a huge reason for both of our success. And exactly like you said, like I think the best way to meet God and understand your purpose is a sober and clear mind.
Yep.
And spending time with yourself. I know it's very hard nowadays because we all have technology, TV, phones, movies, social media. But I genuinely think if you sit with yourself, it sounds a little bit cliche, but like take a walk, go to the beach, just like by yourself, like you really get to learn yourself. And I think you really get to meet God.
Yeah, because I would try and sit down in my room and like read the Bible or like listen to worship music, and I wouldn't work, So it's like being active and doing it definitely is important. I think like even going for a run, going to the beach, walking, those certain things, like even just stepping outside, like at least you're having that activity, If you're just sitting down, you're like, you could just sit there, be reading, and then you could be like, scroll off. You know?
And the beautiful part about going outside and actually doing something is you get to see what God created.
Exactly.
You get to see the sunset, the beach. And I'm telling you, some of the views that we've seen, like me and my girl here in like LA, California, it's like you see these views and you're like,
how?
There's no way that there's not a God. Like, obviously, like there's a creator for everything. So I love that you mentioned that, man, because faith is obviously a big part in my life. I know it's a big part in your life. And I genuinely think that, God can change your life in the absolute best ways possible. So
100%.
Thanks so much, Brady. Appreciate having you on here, brother.
Yes,
it was
sir.
great, man. Keep crushing, man.
Yes, sir.